All right, screw it. I'm just going to hit record and whatever happens, happens. Now, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is about PVCs. But more importantly, though, as you can tell from this channel, is I'm not a YouTuber. So I want to apologize if I don't speak well, if I don't, if I'm not as smooth as other videos that you've seen. I don't do this often, okay? So the reason why I have this microphone and basically everything that you see is because I do produce stuff for church and for different people, okay? So now with that being said, I'm going to have to divide this whole video, I guess you can call it, into two different parts, just because this is going to be extremely, extremely long. And more importantly is I don't want to bore you guys. And secondly is I want to give you as precise information as I possibly can. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to make it as short as I possibly can, but I'm going to give you some tools and some tips on how to get rid of those stupid, annoying PVCs. All right, so stay tuned for the next video, but right now, just listen up. All right, so I'm just first going to explain to you how I did it. All right, this is my testimony. This is my experience with the PVCs and how I helped them out and how I basically got rid of them. Okay, so I just got done with the last cardiologist appointment, so did ultrasound, EKG, and another test. Anyway, so the PVCs have now been reduced so little that the heart monitor, and they sent me home with the heart monitor. The heart monitor only picked up two PVCs. So this is how I did it, all right? So number one is the first thing I did it. Now, I can go into a lot more detail if this is something that you guys would want to hear, okay? But step number one, the most important step that I think I can give you is deal with the anxiety that is caused by the PVC. So I used to deal with so much anxiety because I would feel the PVCs. It was like a snowball effect, right? So I would feel PVC and it would just freak me out. And then that entire day, I was full of anxiety and it was an absolute horrible day. So step number one is deal with the anxiety that is caused by the PVCs. Now, for me, in my mind, I felt that the anxiety that I was feeling was being caused by the PVCs. According to the therapist that I went to, because yes, I do recommend you getting a therapist. According to that therapist, is that the PVCs were being caused by the anxiety. When you're going through it, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to people. Okay, like I would tell my doctors, my therapist, like, hey, out of nowhere, I'm not anxious, nothing weird is going on, and boom, I get them, right? So, but they do cause stress. They do cause anxiety. They do cause you to worry about the PVCs when you're getting them. So tips and tricks on how to deal with those. If you want some of those, if you want the ones that I used, just comment. Maybe I can upload a video regarding that. However, though, what I would recommend is you get some help from a therapist. There's that website BetterHelp out there. It's not that expensive, and they do offer like financial aid. And so what I did is I got myself a therapist. She was fantastic. Her name is Randy Weiss. She is out of Arizona, and she helped me out so much that when I would get the PVCs, it just wouldn't be that big of a deal. Imagine what life would be just with the fact that you wouldn't get freaked out by the PVCs. Imagine that. That's already good news. You know what I mean? Now, that is the biggest and most important step that I can give you is deal with the anxiety, deal with the anxiety caused by the PVCs, not with medication, but I used CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. That's what I used, and that's what worked for me. Whatever you need to do to get that anxiety controlled, you do that. All right. Now, I don't recommend the medication side just because there's a lot of medication that has to do with anxiety that cause PVCs. So, number two. All right. Now, I can elaborate on a whole lot more in every single one of these steps, but I don't know if this is going to be of importance to anyone. So if it isn't, why do it? So, with that being said, step number two is nutrition. All right. So one of the things that I started doing about a year and a half ago. Now, keep in mind that I had PVCs for about 3 years. All right. So something that I started doing about a year and a half, actually 2 years. Man, I get my numbers wrong, but I started doing the keto diet. Now, I know there's a lot of haters on the keto diet. Now, I highly recommend it, okay? Especially for the PVCs. Now, here's the thing about the keto diet though. When you've been eating sugar your entire life, and then out of nowhere you stop the carb intake, you stop the sugar, your body will be depleted of electrolytes because it will release excess retained fluids and liquids. And in those fluids and liquids that you're releasing, there goes electrolytes. So if you do have an electrolyte imbalance, guess what can happen? PVCs. So this is what I highly recommend if you're going to do keto, which you have no idea how much I recommend this if you're having PVCs, is you do keto. And keto means no beer, no alcohol, no bread, no rice, no beans, none of that. Okay, so it's clean keto. And you get yourself a nice, good quality, sugar-free electrolyte mix. All right, you take it every single day. All right, so those are the 2 steps that I'm just going to tell you right now in this video. I'm trying to keep it as short as I possibly can. Hopefully this video gets to somebody, and if it doesn't, that's perfectly fine. But my goal for this year, 2023, is to help at least one person out there. And if you're that one person that I helped, it would be so great if you can comment down below and say, hey, Sergio, this video was really helpful to me, but there's another video coming up, and I'm trying to make these videos as short as I possibly can. So if you want a more elaborate explanation and a more detailed explanation behind each and every single one of these steps, just comment below, and I'd be happy to do it. It literally, nothing would make me happier, honestly, because I know what it feels like to be dealing with those PVCs, and I just wish that there was something I can do that didn't involve beta blockers, that didn't involve heart medication. I only wished of it, and now I'm here, and you can be here also. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free. Sorry, to comment. There's my stuttering. Like I said, I'm not a YouTuber. Feel free, comment, and I'll answer any questions that you might have. All right, I'll be seeing you guys real soon. Thanks for stopping by.